friends, this is so exciting. We got a couple of options here for the ceremonies in November. The first thing I want to say is that Tom and I have discussed variations on how to offer the ceremony. We agree that about 12 people is what we need, $200 per person. This is 3 days. Friday, we would have some counsel and explore intentions and prepare ourselves for the journey. Saturday would be a lodge to further purify the body and the mind, and then Saturday evening we would go into the ceremony, and Sunday we would find some sort of place, probably before noon, to integrate. What this entails for you guys and for all of us really is you would have to bring tents and your own sleeping gear and all of that to sustain yourself for 3 days. One of the challenges we have is that I'm very much an advocate of doing ceremonies out in the open. Now, the caveat with that is that if it's cold, then I would rather not offer the ceremony out in the open, because my experience has been doing ceremonies in other places in the country that when it gets too cold, it tends to interfere with the downloads, because other mechanisms begin to get kicked in, survival mechanisms against the cold. So it's best to do it in relatively warm settings. Tom and I have thought that maybe bringing in a couple of teepees and accommodating 12 to 15 people is an elegant solution to that. We would have a fire, I think, and that would create a new vehicle for the ceremonies. And of course, there are all kinds of lineages and all kinds of ways that this kind of shamanic meditative work can take place. So I'm open to that as well. Now, if it's too cold, then we have to move it to the spring. And if the teepee option doesn't seem palatable to some of you, so we would have to move it to the spring, and that will be beautiful and marvelous too. So the other conversation is payment. What Tom and I have discussed is you could have a deposit, and then if we don't have the ceremony, we could use it as a deposit for the spring, or just give it back to you not too long after we decide to offer the ceremony in another space, which is the other option. If we don't do it at Tom's in the winter and save it for the spring, I would still like to offer another ceremony in November. 15 to 20 people, $100 to $125, depending if we work together or not. The only challenge with that would be just to find a nice, cozy space, either in the city, I have an idea for one, or not too far away from the city. And that would be one night only, and same as before, bring something to take care of yourself for that evening, and possibly you could go home that same night. So those are the options. I offer them to you. Please respond and see what ideas come from the community, who wants to do what, and then we'll organize from there. We still have time, so I look forward to hearing your comments and your observations, or any other creative solutions to having a beautiful end of the year ceremony, and all of us being together inside the sacred hoop. I look forward to hearing from you. I guess that's all.